Vince McMahon had us, he had Raw on Monday Night Live where, everyone's, doesn't care if he had kids. I came to him when I was 35 and my back really started going, and I pleaded with him, like, man, I got to, not do as many shows, maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. And he just looked at me and was like, oh, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all.
What would you have done had wrestling been no more?
I would have been involved in some way, shape, or form with the WWE. I think, I might be wrong, but I might be the only guy that's only ever wrestled for one company his entire career. I could be wrong, but so I don't see any reason why I got to leave. I see being a part of the WWE family from here on out. And if I wouldn't have been able to go back to wrestling, I would have, been a coach, trained, done something. Maybe, yeah, an on-the-road producer.
Maybe help Herb Simmons promote SICW.
That sounds like a ball. I would do that a lot. I would do that. Yeah.
One last question for you. You're backstage. When you look at the current crop of WWE talent, who are the people, male and female, who stand out to you that are going to have the career that a Randy Orton had has?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not over for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but Austin Theory is young, and he's got a great look, and I know where his head's at. I have had plenty of talks with him, and a lot of the things that I did as a kid that I maybe shouldn't have, the distractions that I was confronted with, he doesn't have those. I think he's just a little more gung-ho, motivated, and he sees the goal, he sees the prize, he knows what he wants, and I think he'll definitely be a world champion one day. As far as someone becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion and taking that from me, I don't see that happening, only because I think it was a very special circumstance when I became the youngest world champion. I was 24 years old. And I don't know if there's anyone young enough to make it to that yet. So I think I'm going to hold that for quite some time, if not from here on out.
Family, who's younger than you.
My sons? Or are you talking about my brother, the cameraman?
Yeah.
He is younger than me, but he's older than 24, so he wouldn't.
Oh, so okay, so that.
Yeah. You think you thought he was younger than 24?
Well, I'm not sure. I just met him for the first out.
This is some good language.
That's why we're doing it. The Triple H era. I know this is the last question, I promise. The Triple H era and the era before this is totally different.
Yeah.
What is different for you that you like so very much?
Off the top of my head, and listen, I love Vince. He gave me so many opportunities, but I think it was kind of time for him to move on. It's unfortunate that it happened in the way that it happened, but it's nice having people in charge of me that understand how important it is for you to be home for birthdays and home for Thanksgiving and home for Christmas. Vince McMahon had us, he had Raw on Monday Night Live where, everyone's, doesn't care if he had kids. I came to him when I was 35 and my back really started going, and I pleaded with him, like, man, I got to not do as many shows, maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. And he just looked at me and was like, oh, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all. And to hear that and go, okay, well, I guess there's no other, thing I can do other than just, wear myself out down to the nub until, I can't walk anymore for this man. And all the opportunities he gave me, it's nice having him out of there, and it's nice having his son-in-law, Triple H, running the game. Nick Khan's great. Everybody with TKO that's come in, stepped in, they seem to get it, and it's a different era. Yeah. It's a different era.
The RKO and TKO.
Right, exactly, like you said. But I think the way that they care for talent nowadays and make sure that talent's good, and if they need a little bit of a break, we're only human, they get it most of the time.
Thank you so much, Randy. What would you like to say, final thing, to Herb Simmons, the the promoter who's here right now and made sure this would be yours?
Oh, Herb Simmons is he's a great man to work for, and I really appreciate all the help he's given me. I've got a wrestling school that
Ace.
Herb runs, the Ace Wrestling Academy, and I go down and I help the guys out. So I'm having a great time. It's not like I'm just sitting home all the time doing nothing. I got something to do.
That's great. Yeah. All right. Cowboy Bob Orton, without the cast. Randy Orton, thank you so much. We'll see you at the matches.